So maybe it was that people wouldn't go to the hospital or go to the doctor as much. But under what we have discussed is keeping the HRA separate under our current interlocal trust.
It would be managed by benefit strategies.
Benefit strategy, so that the employees have the same flexibility with their HRA as they've had in the past. So I'm happy with your number, Bill.
So- Again, it's a little more from the town overall, but it's still a tremendous savings from last year. So the total amount into the HRA would be $25,500.
25,500.
Right, and what I'm looking at as a maximum reimbursement is $750 for an individual, $1,500 for a couple, or $2,250 for the family.
Is that in the form of a motion?
So
Those figures.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Karen, Diane?
Just a comment, I just want to say that those people who don't use the HRA will revert back to the town, so the money, will be returned if it's not used. And just want to say thank you to the Selectmen for being very sensitive to this issue.
Same here.
Are we ready to vote?
Yep.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Thank you, folks, for your,
Oh, one more thing, do you want me to move forward with benefit strategies to set up our HRA with them, and then the FSA, like spending account with Anthem
If that's what it
Health
works.
Trust?
that's what you'd recommend?
Yeah.
Yes, based on your, based on what you were saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sounds great.
all right, then when they put it together, I'm sure that'll be signed at a later time.
And we know there's an additional fee for managing our HRA.
Yes,
And that'll get factored into financial administration? Or we put that?
it will go into 4155, the personnel line.
All right.
Yeah.
Are there restrictions to the FSA with Health Trust? Is that what you're speaking of?
No, there isn't.
It's just the HRA that has restrictions?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Well,
Do we have, what other budgets do we have other than the road budget, which I screwed up?
You've got docks and bridges, which I wanted to ask you about too, worried about, is there anything that needs to be added to that docks and bridges? Is it going to be the same as last year?
Oh, it would be
or-
nice.
I had two things that I don't know where they go. First of all, there's the payment for our share of the dock
At Melvin?
at Melvin. And didn't we, Bill Stockman come in with a request for paving Canaan Road up in Wildwood?
I have those
Yes.
on my desk, and those are the kinds of things I wanted to go over.
Yep.
Right.
Because we have the Cow Island survey that we have to pay $2,400 on still.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And that survey's done?
Yeah.
No, we're waiting for it to get done, that's why we
Well, we're not
haven't
gonna pay
paid.
for it till it's done.
I know, and
Did we budget that this year?
Yes.
yes,
And we're under contract to have it done, right?
correct.
So-
Maybe Jack.
Yeah, it's done. They did the survey and all that. They just waiting to send us the paperwork, the plan and what have you. But the work has been done.
Well, Christmas is coming, maybe they'll need the money.
Yeah. Are there any?
I have spoken to them, so.
Do you want me to get that now, just to go over it?
Docks and bridges?
Yes, just to go over the things that we have.
Is that the last of
We're
the
obligated.
budgets?
Well,
Well, there's that.
Didn't we also talk
There's-
about, what are we gonna do about the town wharf? Union Wharf?
Yes. Yeah. And that's a,
That's a
Yeah.
warrant article though for that.
it may be, or it may come out of the special fund. But, yeah, we're still in the process of investigating that.
Yep.
Best way to move forward. So what other bridges?
Buildings, we've got buildings,
Yeah.
personnel administration, we have the health agencies,
Oh,
and if I'm missing one, I don't know, I think that's the brunt of it.
okay. I just was, the reason I was pressing was because I'd like to take as much as I can to the budget committee tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, we have a big agenda tomorrow.
What's that?
We have a big agenda tomorrow.
All right.
We might not get through it all.
Then never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's long.
Yeah.
We have 2 days of work available to us this week and
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
short week, but
All right, we're meeting again anyway in December.
Yeah.
I probably should sit with Jack and go over the buildings to see if there are things that need to be tended to.
Right.
Yep.
It's my understanding the selectmen do not have a meeting November 27th,
That's
correct?
correct.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Do we want to have a work session on Friday, December 1st to spend an hour on budgets? We all have to come in to sign checks anyway.
The budget committee doesn't meet to the end of December, I think, too, just to let you guys know. There's quite a gap there, if I remember correctly.
Budget committee meets December 12th.
Yeah. they have
Oh,
to-
excuse me,
they-
okay.
Yes, the 12th is
thought there
a
was a-
meeting for all of us.
I
That's when the
apologize. Yeah, I was thinking
CIA,
there was,
Budget Committee and
yeah.
Selectmen.
So you're saying on the, where am I, December? You're saying on the 1st of December?
Is a Friday.
We have a meeting the 4th, don't we? Selectmen
Yep,
meeting?
we also meet on the 4th.
Well, let's just meet on the 4th. That
Okay.
gives us plenty of time to do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And then
Unless
help
something
me
crazy something
work on
comes
the
up.
Well, and-
buildings with Jack as well.
Because then it's another week before we have a budget hearing.
Yeah.
We can tighten it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can always schedule a work session on the 8th
8th, yes.
if we need to. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to get the docks and bridges expenses that or did you want to do that another time?
Let's do it another time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, we're all set. Let's go to Selectmen's update. Who wants to go first?
I'm good. I spent all my time on health insurance.
Yeah.
Did you
okay.
did a lot of homework?
So I went to the Municipal Association Conference last Wednesday and Thursday, and they always have a number of interesting programs. I just want to touch on one that I sat in on. It's was a presentation by a cooperative purchasing group, and just some of the things that they talk about in terms of being able to leverage their opportunity is very attractive. And with the permission of the board, I would like to get engaged with them a little bit further and
This is for supplies or?
this is for all kinds of stuff. I mean, this is for instance, they talked about purchasing road salt, and their group of communities worked out for this year a contract with Morton Salt that is below the state bid. It's like, how do you lose on that, right? They've gotten involved in an office supply contract with, I think it's W.B. Mason, that's saving them, this one community's saving 40% over what they were doing with W.B. Mason before. So there are a number of resources that these folks plug into, and there's no commitment on anybody's part ahead of time, but it's just, it's an
So
opportunity.
who operates as the purchasing agent?
Everybody does their own purchasing, but it's, on some of the big items, it would work out like what we did with the electrical purchase, whereas you consolidate your requirement, you go out for bid, and when it comes back, then everybody that's in, I mean, ultimately, you have to participate if you've gone in as part of the pool, or it doesn't work for anybody. But before you sign the contract, you know what what you're exposed to. And
So who manages it? I mean, I'm thinking
Well-
WB Mason, for instance, I mean, you know what our paper requirements are.
right.
Who do we call? Do we call WB Mason and say we're involved in this, or?
Uh, It, the guy that runs the group happens to be the purchasing manager for the city of Concord, okay? But in terms of access, part of it is just getting engaged with an existing contract that might be out there. Some of it is going forward, putting out an RFP and then signing on to the contract as it goes. So it's coordinated by as I say, the purchasing manager for Concord, and
So
So
he's leveraging, or she's leveraging that position.
well, my understanding from the discussion is what they're doing is a number of communities are, the point person is saying, look, I have all of this volume, and what can you give us,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And
So it's just, yeah, and that answers my question. There's a point person that's doing that
Right.
part of it,
right.
and then
Right.
you buy in, or?
Yeah, and there is an informal network of these folks, such as if, for instance, you're looking to, for a one-time purchase of a particular thing, you go out to the network, hey, what was your price on this, or who's got the best price? And then you can move forward from that perspective of knowledge and advantage going in.
Salt is a big one for roads and highways. Another one is the catch basins. You can get a deal on, they're $1,200. And the sump is specs and all of that, so I think it's worth investigating. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I bring them up constantly, but I made mention of the county, when you have that much buying going on, can you centralize it, can you make something
Well,
happen?
right, and this is not centralized purchasing, but it's.
It's getting close.
The whole idea of a cooperative approach is if you can amass enough volume of something, you're gonna attract better pricing than the small towns that are out there just doing their own thing. So there were a number of good sessions, but I'll leave it
That'll
at
keep you
that.
off the street this winter,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It's busy.
Yep, absolutely.
Anything else?
Nope, go ahead.
I've gone through the anniversary dates. We have one job performance review that has to come in. Karen, could you check with, it's Leanne who has two
Yep.
bosses.
Yep.
This is for you, Bill. Has the CIP thought about two revenue sources? Number one, the $70,000 extra from the state of New Hampshire. And have they given any consideration to the $5 fee for motor vehicle registrations that some towns use?
No and no,
Okay.
okay?
Is it within their prerogative to get
No.
involved in those things? In your
Not
opinion?
not in my opinion,
Okay.
no. No, that's the governing
They
body.
just spend money.
Yeah.
Just recommend projects.
Okay.
Yep,
Libby Museum, we did the walk last week, and the Conservation Commission will be talking about it tonight. They'll be giving their recommendations. That's all I have. Let's move on to correspondence. Excuse me. Can you read those for me?
yep. So there's some silver stuff in there.
This is the town office closure call tree. Is this what we want to use?
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
That's-
More people on Bill's side of the list than mine, I like that.
Okay, yeah. Karen, can I work with you on who contacts the TV station and the radio station?
I do that.
Okay. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Thank you for your efforts.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Howard will be in to see us December 4th to discuss the Paul Zimmerman letter about his self-storage.
Well, I just want to comment on that letter. There are a series of events that happen which are all statutorily governed. If you have a dispute with this zoning board of adjustment, you have a certain time period within which to bring an appeal to Superior Court. Short of that, you don't have anything. So I'd put that in a round file if I were running the show. I don't think Mr. Zimmerman has any case whatsoever. The picture that he shows of Steve Hunter's project is mid-construction, so obviously it's going to look a little less attractive than Mr. Zimmerman's computer-generated final product. So I just see this as another example of somebody having sour grapes or whatever it is and deciding that he's going to bring an action against the town. And I'll tell you, I'm not interested in hiring a lawyer to defend against that sort of action. If I thought Zimmerman had any case whatsoever, I'd be happy to go toe-to-toe with him. But this is going to become another example of our legal budget being expanded because some citizen decides that they want to take the town on because they think they've been wronged. And I've had my day saying it, so I'm happy now, but I don't think we need to spend an awful lot of time on that.
Okay.
Lord Zimmerman can, I'm sorry, I won't go any further.
Next,
I could, we're on cable, I can say whatever I want, can I?
revised community statistics from police department. There's a roundtable schedule of dates and topics from Lakes Region Planning. It's a copy going to Clay because this all has to do with transfer station, I believe. Construction and demolition debris, efficient site management, transportation costs, and pay-as-you-throw programs. The rest are permits and pictures and etc., where there's no action needed.
Great.
Okay.
This is more like it.
Yes.
Get it done.
Yep.
You've read what's in there?
Yep.
I did.
I don't think there's any action necessary.
No.
Other business. Hi, Gail.
I have a question, Bill, what you're talking about. Is there going to be a fee like our town alliance to get a reduction on propane and oil and so forth? You have a fee, and that's a cooperative type of situation. Is there going to be a fee if the town comes in and wants to be part of this, of a cooperative thing?
Not necessarily.
Okay, they haven't gotten that far yet?
Well, this is an ongoing group that's been doing things for a long time.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I would say that it depends upon the individual. There is no cost involved in being part of this working group, okay? If there's a fee associated with a particular contract, then that would be,
No, I was thinking of being part of the group.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, our town alliance membership is what carries the overhead.
Right.
The people involved in this are all municipal officials and employees already, so there isn't any direct overhead for the group.
Right.
Anything else?
I will move adjournment.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And everyone, happy Thanksgiving.
And to you too.
You.